Welcome to the Ashes to Rubies conversational podcast on life in recovery.
Yeah.
How's your weekend, John?
My weekend was great. Look at our little audience in the background.
Glad to have you back.
Did you miss me?
I missed you.
Do you really miss me?
I do. I miss you.
I go away with people like pre-COVID, obviously, but we do like retreats and conferences and whatnot. And a lot of times, what I've realized is like I feel prideful and then insecure because most of the people that I go to would call their wives, like some like on an hourly basis.
I know.
And they have kids. And I'm like, why would you do that? Like, why would you want to know like screaming kids and like what she's like, and then they're tucking everybody into bed and they call their wife good night. And like, they've had like 10 conversations. And I'm like, aren't we at somewhere? Like, and then I'm like 2 days without even texting you. And I was like,
do we not love each other very much?
And then I'm like, do we need a break from each other? And we do that through conferences. And then I was like,
I just know you're coming back.
I'm prideful because I'm like, well, we don't need to be in constant contact. Like my constant contact is with God.
But the thing is,
it's so prideful and arrogant.
It's not. It's just. It's
and then
not,
I get insecure.
It's not wrong. It's just different. We're just different. We're just not.
Maybe it is wrong.
We're just not like that. It's not wrong.
Maybe.
No.
Maybe we're not needy. But
maybe they're not needy either.
But what if I went away and never came back? Would you be like,
gee, I wish I had
text me.
I wish I had said goodnight to him last night. No, but it's fine that other people do that. That isn't completely fine that other people do that. It doesn't make them needy.
I go from pride to insecurity of like, my relationship is so secure.
We just aren't like that.
And then I go into insecurity of like, well, we don't even need to talk like that. So maybe we don't even have a great relationship. Maybe we're just roommates. I'm sick. I got a long way to go. You got to start at the bottom and work your way up.
Thanks for coming back.
I went away on the weekend, did a little fishing. I found out that in a lake, there's lake trout, and you got to fish differently for lake trout. So I made a little purchase on the Visa card. So I don't know if you've seen that yet. MasterCard.
Well, I will see it.
So I got lake trouting equipment, and I did 2 passes and diving deep with some lures, some spoons. No, I did not catch anything. But the time that I do will make up for everything. And so I was with another man named Josh, and I did a prayer. And he's like, is this like I don't know if you're allowed to do that. And I was like, I don't know. I think God wants me to have a fish probably not more than I do, but it would have been really encouraging to catch a lake trout. Like, I think it would be a big deal. I've never caught a lake trout. So is that my confession?
If you're just joining us, we're going to do a morning reading. We're going to do our morning meditation. So we've had our quiet time separately and together. And now we're going to do a reading that we can think about throughout the day.
All right, move over.
And we're squished to one side.
We have an audience in the background. We have Mocha and Buddy. Hi, Mocha. Hi, Buddy.
If you're watching us on video, you can see our dogs. But we also record this onto a podcast.
No one can
wherever you get your podcast, Ashes to Rubies podcast. So
the Spotify or the Apple.
The podcast people can't see the dogs in the background.
They're beautiful. One's a min pin and one's a pug. And we love them almost both the same, but not really. But when they're in the room, we say, we love you both the same.
If you could talk to your dogs on the phone, would you call every day while you're gone?
I would. I know I would. I would call Buddy every day.
I know you would.
And I would just be like, Buddy, how are you doing? And he'd be like, I'm doing great. I miss you.
All right.
But I have another human.
You're a dork.
Okay. That's called humanizing animals, and I think it's a disorder.
I gotta tell you, I still wouldn't. I'm very present where I am. No, okay. My allergies are really bad. I'm very present where I am. So if I go away, I'm where I am, and I'm not gonna call you and check up on you because
I'm living in the moment.
I believe that you're an adult and you can like bad things might happen, and then I'd probably find out. But even when the kids were younger,
I believe. That went up. Okay, go.
I let you be there with the kids when I was gone because I think you're an adult. And
well, I find that when I go away, I feel like you let your hair blow back a little bit.
It's not true. It's not true.
Dining out.
It's not true.
Taking your son all over the place.
It's not true.
Isn't it? Okay. All right. This one, my friends, is called false pride. Many of us who thought ourselves religious awoke to the limitations of this attitude. What's the limiting attitude? That we thought ourselves religious. Refusing to place God first, we had deprived ourselves of his help. Many false notions operate in false pride. The need for direction to live a decent life is satisfied by the hope experienced in a 12-step fellowship or recovery fellowship. Those who have walked that way for years, a day at a time, say that God-centered life has limitless possibilities for personal growth. This being so, much hope is transmitted by the leaders of the group or the elders or the people that have been involved in a long time of recovery. I thank God for letting me know that he works through other people. And I thank him for our trusted servants in the fellowship who aid new members to reject their false ideas, to adopt those which lead to a life of compassion and trust. The old timers challenge the newcomers to come to, so they say, come to believe. I ask my higher power, I ask God to help my unbelief. That has been one of my challenges. I think of this in the step process of step 2 where I come to believe. And as far as I know, the only religious book that I'm aware of would say that the work of God is to believe in the one that he sent, which is Jesus. So I come to believe in this power that can take away my mental obsession, my insanity. And so I think there's an entry point there into a relationship. And I think most people, including myself, come into this of what do I have to do to get my life back on track? And it's not about who do I have to be into a relationship for them to give me my life. And so I think that's the difference between religion and relationship, spirituality and religion. And so I come to believe, but then it's like the hardest people group that I've worked with in the last 10 years of running a rehab center is the guys that come in as Christians. I already got the solution. I already know what I'm doing. I have this. They have a false pride of like, I already know all this stuff and I do all these things, but they're missing the point of having a relationship. So I think that's the beautiful thing where they're talking about, we have this false pride. We think we already know the solution. And then we have a bunch of old people that need to tell us, the young people. And I had people in my life like that. They would guide me and challenge my thinking because I grew up in a Christian home. So I had all these beliefs. I had all these preconceptions what religion was. Any thoughts?
Yeah, I think, I can look at the evidence of my life. And if the evidence of my life is that I have conflict, I have anxiety, I have frustration, if I'm yelling at my kids, if I'm not living well, or I have like these areas of my life that are out of control, then I need a different solution. Mm-hmm. Right. And so it's not that it's not even necessarily that I need a different solution, but I don't know how to apply the solution. And so there's lots of things that, I thought I was doing in my life, but that I actually wasn't doing. Mm-hmm. And so I thought I had a pretty good way of living, but I was very undisciplined, and I did not want to be disciplined. I did not want routine. I did not want, inner peace. I thought I wanted inner peace, but I wasn't living a life that would bring me inner peace. Mm-hmm. And so it's this difference of like that God is actually a personal God, that I can actually like ask God, okay, show me who you are, and it's not that I need like somebody up on a podium or somebody up on a stage telling me, this is who God is and this is what he wants from you. It's that I can actually ask God, like, who are you? Who are you? And why did you make me? And that he will
I might as well mask up.
Yeah.
You know, I think the difference that I've seen is like the false pride of like that position or the words that actually come out of the mouth is, I just got to get my life back on track. Mm-hmm. Where the humility is like, I just need a new life. Like I need to scrap that one. And it's horrible. And yeah, there was some great stuff, but I just need a whole new clean slate, wash clean, and only the power of God can do that. Mm-hmm. There's no like behavioral sequences.
Well, there's there is the beginning of being honest, right? And so involved with false pride is actually a lot of dishonesty. Because I can recite a bunch of stuff. I can say things like I might know the big book, or I might know a lot of Bible verses. I might know a lot of things. I might have taken a ton of self-help. You know, I might be able to like quote my therapist but whatever it is that I've tried in my life to bring this peace and serenity that I'm lacking, I might be able to like I might have it memorized. I might know it, but am I actually doing it? Am I actually living what I'm speaking? And mm-hmm. oftentimes I was not mm-hmm. living what I was speaking. And so, yeah.
One of the coolest things that I've come to really understand lately is everybody can have a present day agnosticism. That just simply means I'm leaving God out of certain parts of my life. Right. And so wherever I have fears that actually are controlling me, most of us don't even know that they're way down there. That's really leaving God out of a certain part of my life, because God's perfect love casts out all fears. So I think there's lots of us, and that's why it's a day-by-day process of a relationship with God and not this religious thing to get my life back on track. And so that's what I leave you with is, where are we leaving God out of our lives? Where do we have this false pride? Am I just trying to get my life back on track, or am I trying to get God to give me a new life, or however that works? All right, my friends, have a great Monday. Let's crush it. You didn't even say anything to end with.
That's a great ending.
Okay, let's just crush it. Keep the peace, be of good behavior, and we'll see you tomorrow.
Again.
No, I don't wreck nothing.
It was so good, and you wrecked it.
I'm